Hey, what's going on, Facebook friends? Happy afternoon, Wednesday afternoon to you. So I want to talk to you about why those workout mirrors are not going to help you lose weight or get in better shape. It's a pretty bold statement. Good thing I don't work for that company, or those companies, because I think there's many of them out there. And listen, my name is Mark Avens, and I am the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough. I help busy moms and dads over 40 lose weight without impossible diets or crazy long workouts. But today, we're going to put that on the side. We're going to talk about the workout mirrors, right? All the things you see advertised. In fact, I was thinking to myself, I had to run a bunch of errands. It's now 1:30, and I may or may not get my workout in. But I was thinking, man, what if I had that workout mirror at my house? That would make me do my workout. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. The reality is it's no different. And let's just go back in time. Now, I know it's not Throwback Thursday, but let's go back in time for a moment. And let's think about the course of home exercise of equipment. And it started out way back, right? The ab roller and the Thigh Master, and let's just say the Nordic track. That was one of the first ones, and the Total Gym. And then there was spinning bikes, and then there was bands, and then there was the Gazelle, right? Tony Little, I forget the guy's name. The Gazelle, and then there was everything, right? There's all this home equipment. Now they're getting even more luxurious. Last year, right? The $2,500 or $3,000 Peloton bikes. That was all the craze and rage last year. You can see a lot of those. By the way, if you're looking for a Peloton, chances are you probably have a neighbor that hasn't used one. And I'm going to go there because I see it time and time again when people it's easy to just shell out a few $1,000 for a piece of equipment thinking that is going to be the solution. That's it. All I need is that workout mirror. All I need is that spin bike. All I need is that Total Gym. Am I aging myself there? All right, let's say kettlebells. Maybe all I need is that new hot piece of equipment that I see people look so amazingly fit doing those exercises, and they just stand and their houses are perfect and their mirrors on the perfect wall, and they have all the room and they have the time and their kids aren't bothering them. And here's why. Let's go there. Here's why it doesn't work. Because it's only one part of the solution for weight loss. It's only one part of the solution for getting in better shape. And let's talk about the easy part about the weight loss. The problem with exercise equipment, the problem with, to be honest with you, all the other things that are out there for exercise, your gym membership, your personal training, your CrossFits, all the equipment, all that stuff, it's one component. And if you're trying to lose weight, it's an important component, but it isn't the most important component, because when it comes to losing weight, it's pretty obvious you don't need to exercise to lose weight. However, with the right exercise, in addition to the right nutrients getting in your body, the right foods that you're taking in, you absolutely can lose weight. In fact, you can not just lose weight, learn how to keep it off. And my students in my program that I've offered and have been doing for the past online 3 years and 25 years, working with people hand in hand. I've been through the trenches. I've seen all the people. In fact, I've personal trained in people's homes that had thousands and thousands of dollars worth of exercise equipment, home gyms, full gyms, and they weren't using them. There was no accountability set up. And not only that, so they have the equipment and then they do the class that's offered, the group class. They have that killer trainer that has that hot bod that you're inspired by, but they don't know what you're doing. They don't know if it's appropriate for you. They don't know how hard you're pushing. You don't know how hard you're pushing. Oh, okay, you have your heart rate monitor on, but you don't really know how to use it or what you should be looking towards. And you don't know, based on, years of neglect or abuse on your body, the aches and pains, whether or not it's going to be beneficial or it's going to jack you up and put you behind even more when it comes to losing weight, right? So the new mirrors, unfortunately, it's no different than any other piece of exercise equipment. Is it a great tool? It could be. In the right circumstances, it could be actually a really good tool. A Peloton, a Mira, some bands, a foam roller, a exercise bike, a Total Gym, a treadmill in the home. if you know what you're doing, and more importantly, if you're going to be consistent doing. And the problem is typically most humans who buy equipment get discouraged because they're looking at that body of that person in there and saying, am I just supposed to do these workouts and I'll get that body? Okay, I feel better about myself because I bought the fancy piece of equipment and I'm going to do that hard workout. But that trainer and coach that's on the other side of the screen, or maybe the YouTube video or the DVD, you buy the P90X, they don't know what your day was like. They don't know that you had a rough day with your job and you're stressed out of your mind and your kids are homeschooled now and they're supposed to be in school. And your house is a mess and you got all kinds of stressors in the world and the politics and everybody's bothering you. So you go out there and you take out your frustration and your workout, and then you're like, I deserve that extra glass of wine on the weekend. Let me just eat healthy. I don't need to track how much I'm eating. Let me just eat healthy. That's going to be my trick. Unfortunately, that's not what it comes down to. If you want to lose weight, you got to look at the whole picture. And sometimes it really helps. What I believe, and I know a lot of people in the fitness space, coaches like myself, have outside eyes. Now, let's just put it this way. Do you think your own eyes that maybe you've been struggling for 10 or 20 years are going to be knowing the best of what your body needs to do, how to do it, how to get in shape, how to lose weight? And if your answer is yes, go do it. Go do it. But if you were to go in your garage and realize that maybe you already got rid of it, you had a treadmill at your house at one time, you had a total gym, you maybe had a TRX, you maybe had the Peloton and you got rid of that, and then you bought the gym membership and you had 3 different gym memberships and you worked with 4 different trainers who didn't know what they were doing. So all of those things, if you're still struggling, chances are, again, you're just chasing after kind of this idea, if you will, that a piece of equipment is going to be the solution. It's not. And don't get me wrong. Can you do it? Is there people that can get in better shape using a mirror? Yeah. But guess what? It ain't about the mirror. Can they lose weight using the mirror? Yeah. But guess what? It isn't just about the mirror. It's about, how about the other 23 hours in the day that you spend with yourself? Denying that it requires you to focus on your food, to focus on your stress and how you handle it, to focus on where your body's at physically in the season of life you're in, maybe the requirements, you have some osteoporosis, you have some injuries. The last thing you should be doing is just throwing out money into thin air onto a piece of equipment that's going to sit on your wall and you're going to use for a couple of months, and it's going to be kind of novel, kind of cool, and then you're going to realize, damn, I have to eat healthy if I want to lose weight. Dang, I have to actually not be so stressed out and get a good amount of sleep and be able to dial in those things. And then the mirror will work for you. And then that Peloton will work for you. Now, I would say if you have everything else dialed in, if you have your nutrition dialed in, then you're probably on the path to losing weight already. If your stress is under control, if you're getting good sleep, if you have just good time that you can take for yourself, if you're not just running and gunning or just winging it, then I would say perfect. If you have all that dialed in and you're on a good path, yeah, go for it. Get one of those. But if you have injuries, if you're struggling with weight loss, if your schedule's all out of whack, and if maybe you're thinking to yourself, this will be the answer for me. Let me just buy that mirror. I see it advertised everywhere, right? And the new year's coming. Who knows what the next thing is going to be? The next thing might be even something different in the new year. We did, 2019 was the year of the Peloton, and then everybody got rid of them except for a few people, and chances are you probably bought it from somebody else, and now it's your Peloton. You kind of coming in like the out of style fashion. Pelotons were 2019. Now it's the mirror. So you got the mirror, spend a few $1,000 on that and a membership that, again, can you do it? Yes. This is not to knock that it's a good tool. Again, let me just stress the importance that it's a tool, not a solution. It's a tool. Use the tool. Like a gym membership isn't going to get you the weight off. A gym membership's not going to do let's just go there. Let's just move away, because I think I've bashed the mirror enough and the Peloton and all the home exercise equipment. And the reason why is I see countless people over the years just what they do is continue to spend money on all those things and still come up short. And then instead of actually hiring somebody, getting the support they need, the accountability, the structure, and investing in themselves and a mentor with outside eyes looking in, because you know what? Sometimes it's hard to realize like, ooh, I'm going to have to make some lifestyle changes if I really want to get in better shape. You see, even for me in my fitness journey, I've had to make some serious lifestyle changes, some serious fitness changes. I'm no longer 28. I'm 38, going on 28 maybe. Now kidding, but just as a 38-year-old dad, my schedule's busy, my requirements, I'm not doing nearly the amount of ballistic jumping that I did in the past. Occasionally I'll add that in. I'm doing some body weight stuff, some strength training things. And I'll tell you what, in addition to that, the reason why that's dialed in isn't because of that. It's because of all the other things the rest of the day. Dialing in nutrition, knowing how much I need to eat, knowing how much protein, knowing how much carbs I can do without putting on, the COVID weight, knowing how much I need to have time, quiet time, downtime, recovery time, rest, how I get time outside of working out in my business so I can just really relax. In fact, this weekend I'll be sharing with you that I'm just taking a break, and it's excellent. Those are the things. It's not about the Mira, not about the Peloton, not about the kettlebells, not about all the fancy equipment that you can line up in your house. And I can tell you, I've seen it all. 25 years and in-home personal training for a good 10 years of it. I've seen all the equipment. Don't think that I'm wrong. I've been through the trenches. I'm in the trenches, literally in people's homes, seeing all the equipment, clothes hanging on them, stuff with dust, dust collecting, or, hey, there was a gym, there was a company called Play It Again Sports here. That was I think it was a local company. And I'll never forget going in the stores, particularly in the new year, and all of last year's old equipment. You see, what you basically do is you trade it and you get a little bit of money, and then they turn around and resell it. And you can go there and you look at it. It's kind of like the junkyard of home exercise equipment. And what happens is you use it, and then you use it for a couple of times, and then you don't use it, and they're like, what does it sit in my house? And then maybe you stick it in your garage or in your attic or your basement. It never gets used, and then finally you have a garage sale, or you stick it on Facebook Marketplace now, and then you let it off your hands, right? Does that sound familiar? Trust me, I've been in this and I've done this long enough to understand that the equipment, it's not the piece of equipment that you use. It's knowing what you need to do to get the weight off, knowing what you need to do for the exercise. I used to be a spinning instructor for 10 years. Spinning is an excellent tool. It's not a solution. Just like Peloton. That is not a solution. The Peloton is a tool to exercise. And you're like, yeah, well, they have classes and you can do them online and they have great instructors. And then my question is, okay, cool. Are they calling you up if you miss a workout? Are they checking your form to make sure you have everything set up properly? Now, what if you have a question? What if your knee starts to tweak? Do you ask them across the screen? I don't know. At least I don't think the Peloton company is an interactive. I think it's basically like live videos. You're basically just watching somebody work out. And I've done a few of those in the lockdown. So like with the exercise, you might as well just get a stationary bike and go watch some YouTube videos and find your favorite instructor. Then you don't have to pay $40 a month. There's probably free ways to do that. And then the mirror, right? Like, well, buy a flat mirror in your house and watch yourself work out. That might actually help develop some body awareness if it's you in your basement, in your garage, and maybe looking at your form and looking how you hold a plank and seeing where your posture's at, or maybe looking how you do a squat. But then again, where's the feedback going to come from? Where are you going to get the help? Now, people are like, well, what about you, Mark, online? How does that work? You're an online coach. That's the pushback. Yeah. So I have conversations with my clients. My clients get videos of exercises. They have it specifically detailed based on the prescription that I give to them. Like you would go to a doctor. Now, would it be kind of like not even going to a doctor, saying you feel like a lump, say you have a lump in your chest, women or men either, and you have a lump and you're like, maybe it's cancer. Let me just call the doctor and let me just, ask him what he thinks. And yeah, he's just going to think based on that it's cancer without actually doing an evaluation. doing a critique and actually figuring out what you need, what you don't need, have an evaluation tool in place, checking in, asking questions. Those are the types of things. That's the value of having a coach. And that's what I do for a living. Why do you think I'm spending time on here sharing with you? Because it is hard for me as a coach to see people just time and time again shell out good hard-earned money, thousands and thousands of dollars on a piece of equipment that isn't solution versus investing in themselves, maybe a few $100s, maybe a few $1,000s in a solution. Somebody that can help you, a mentor and coach. The value. People are like, oh, it's costly for a coach. No, not if you're provided with a solution. And that's the difference. So anyway, that's all I have. I hope this helps. And I'm sorry to burst your bubble if you just put a deposit, or maybe you're paying off that Peloton still, or maybe you're making monthly installments for that mirror. I've heard it. I've got messages. It's not to knock anybody personally. Hey, if it works for you, perfect. Awesome. Have at it. But I can say is if you've done it before, if you've done it in the past, if you bought exercise equipment in the past and that hasn't worked and you're still trying to lose weight, you're still not in great shape or the shape you want to be in, and time is kind of ticking by. You're getting a little older. You started buying equipment when you were in your 30s, when your kids were little. Now they're out of the house. And you still find yourself buying exercise equipment versus taking the different step, the step in actually getting a solution to those challenges and issues you have with weight loss and getting in great shape. And that's why people like me exist. I wouldn't have been able to do this for 25 years if I didn't help people provide the solution. So that's all I have. Take care. A little bit of a rant, but I hope it helps in your decision-making process as you're thinking about making an investment. Maybe you and I need to get on a call to see about a solution type of investment versus just a tactic and a technique and just an exercise tool. That's all. Take care. God bless. We'll talk soon.